All right, everybody. This is Sue Frederick's Sacred Numerology class in 2023. And let's all take a deep breath and we'll just set our spiritual intention for this class as we take a breath. And as we lift up above the earthly worries of the human world, we rise into the realm where everything that needs to be known is known, where all hearts are open and connected, where unconditional love sets the tone for all learnings, for all questions and answers. And we are assured by our guides, by our departed loved ones, by God consciousness within us, that we will all receive exactly the knowledge, the wisdom, and the help that we each need. And we will also offer to other people whatever it is that they need. And this will be a graceful, happy, flowing, wonderful experience for all of us for these 3 weeks of this sacred numerology class. And so it is. So I just want to say hello to everybody. And I'm so thrilled with all the people who are here. And I am recording because there are people who have to miss certain classes, so I'll be sending the recording to them. But I really do hope that all of you will try to attend, because it's the question and answers and the breakout rooms and the interaction discussions that really fill out the missing pieces, when we're trying to learn something like numerology. I wanted to also talk about the meaning of 2023 numerologically for just a moment, because it will influence all of us. And I'll start with that right now while we're still having some people log in. And then I'll also say that you should all have access to a workbook, and I will be teaching from that. I'll put it on the share screen tonight so everyone can see it. And the way the numbers found me, I always think of the numbers finding me, was because I was at a turning point in my life. And it's that turning point that all of us talk about. If you're my client, we've probably talked about the turning point where your human self is deciding if the pain that you've just experienced is going to knock you flat and you're not going to get up and try again, or if you're going to get up and try again, you need some signs, you need some strong information from the other side to help you keep going. That's the place I was in 1979, when my beautiful husband, Paul, my great spiritual teacher, he died of colon cancer. And I was in that place of, will I be the angry girl for the rest of this life, wondering why good people suffer, why young, beautiful people die, and why I'm still here? Or will I really go on that searching journey to get an answer to those questions that satisfies my heart, that really resonates with truth for me? And we each have to walk that journey at some point in our lives. And when we open up to that journey, different things come to different people to be their primary tool of navigating. I know there's some powerful mediums in this class, and I honor and love them so much. And they probably started talking to spirits right away as their way of navigating themselves through the grief of loss. For me, it was a meeting with a numerologist who really, really rocked my world and said, all of this is on purpose that you've just experienced, and you've got to kind of figure out why you're still here, and you can use numerology to help you do that. And you can look at your soul agreement with Paul and understand why you agreed to go through this journey with him, and he agreed to go through it with you. And so numbers changed my life in 1979, 1980. And I started studying them then. And honestly, I can say that it's been, 40 plus years of learning more all the time. It's a constant learning journey. And my biggest learnings from the numbers have been when I really put out my prayer, my intention to God, to departed loved ones, to please give me the knowledge of each number, of each purpose of each person's life, to help in a profound way that's way bigger than Sue Frederick and my little mental capacity. And so Spirit has opened my brain and poured in all kinds of numerology stuff over the decades. And that's how there's a term called infused knowledge. We used to joke about it when I was growing up in the 60s and 50s and 60s and say, what, you think I have infused knowledge or something, when you didn't have an answer to something? Well, we do have abilities to get infused knowledge when we ask Spirit to help us out. Numerology has certainly come to me in that way, because when I start working with a client, I can honestly say that it's not me talking through most of that session. It's really just pouring through me, and the words to say to help that client understand their soul mission, their soul agreement with their departed, their soul agreement with their living loved ones. All of that is cosmic information that comes from the divine realms to help all of us live our best lives. And it's not just numerology. Whatever comes to you as a tool to help you with that, it could be astrology, it could be tarot, it could be mediumship. That is your special gift that you are being given by God, by the spirits, to help you navigate life. Because think of it this way, when we're all in the divine realms before we choose a lifetime, we're all pretty happy. Well, we're totally happy there. It's a realm of unconditional love and learning. And so we may be studying and with the great advanced spiritual souls. We may be doing angelic work for the earth plane from the divine realms, but we don't have to feel pain in the divine realms. And then just imagine that somebody calls a big meeting up there and says, hey, those people, when the souls get to the earth realm, they forget their purpose. They forget who they are, and they get very lost. And who's willing to incarnate and go down there and really wake up while you're there and help others wake up? And all of us said yes. And before we jumped in for our birth, we had our life plan approved so that we could have certain lessons that were perfect for our soul's journey, whether that's grief and loss or career hardship or financial hardship. All of those wake-up calls were something that we individually chose as a way to wake ourselves up. So congratulations, all of you spiritual Navy SEALs who jumped in here and have walked your own walks of fire through your own challenges. And now you're studying things like numerology and mediumship and astrology and tarot and all the other woo-woo things that really do help us navigate this hard physical world. So on that note, I think I will pause the recording, and then we'll do some introductions, because I think we're still missing about 10 people, but hopefully they will find their way here. So I'm going to pause the recording, and then we're going to do some breakout rooms and get to know each other.